Now at pick 13 of the Chargers, we're all unanimously picking O-line. I have Christian Darrisaw, who is the best pass blocker in the draft. It's slipping my mind right now whether he's a right or a left tackle. I believe he's a left tackle, which would be perfect because Bulaga plays right. They have Lindsley going to play center. I'm not sure who the guards are at the moment, but any help to Herbert would be perfect. They could also go cornerback here, as after Chris Harris they have Mike Davis or whatever his name is. Trash is what I'm saying. So I think O-line would be pretty good here for the Chargers, and I have Christian Darrisaw.
Yeah, so I have Elijah Vera Tucker. I have Christian Darrisaw going to Minnesota right after. So either way, whatever way they take them, both work. I think that the Chargers have an unstoppable offense if they're just able to keep. Okay. Quick little reset on that. All right, so I have Elijah Vera Tucker going to the Los Angeles Chargers. I also have Christian Darrisaw going to Minnesota right after that. So either way, whichever way you put it, I do think they needed some O-line help. Corey Lindsley coming over at center helps a lot, especially with Bulaga already being there, getting some Packers chemistry. But if they can keep their offense healthy this year, mainly Justin Herbert, I don't think they need any wide receiver help, to be honest. They got Keenan Allen and Mike Williams to do that for them. They got Jared Cook coming in. On the defensive side of the ball, they did lose Casey Hayward, but they got Chris Harris Jr. So I do think O-line is their biggest need right now. If they can shore that up, I think their offense could be potentially a top 3 offense in the league.
I also think they go offensive line. I think they take Elijah Vera Tucker as well. Best offensive lineman left. They can switch him around wherever the heck they need him to be. Get Justin Herbert, keep him on his feet, let him run the ball if he needs to, and RPOs and stuff like that. And they're already a pretty solid team all the way around, so this can be a great addition for them, especially if he is able to slot right in as a starter. So next up at pick 14, we have Minnesota. For me, I have them taking defensive linemen. It's a toss-up here. I have Kwity Paye or Jalen Phillips, whoever they feel more comfortable with. Upside, amazingly on Jalen Phillips' advantage. He is an absolute monster. I think Minnesota should probably go with them just for the upside sake, especially at pick 14. It's not a super high pick. It's not like you're in the lottery anymore. But if they just want a safe bet and have someone who's going to come in and contribute and then not have to worry about the injury history, the Kwity Paye is a great player as well. But I think Jalen Phillips is probably the pick here for the upside.
But for me, as I said before, I have Christian Darrisaw. If he's still there, if it's Tucker, it's Tucker. But I do think if Minnesota can just keep this O-line healthy and let Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson and Thielen just do their thing, this offense could be unstoppable. Defensive-wise, yes, they could use some D-line help, but in this position, I already used up my 2 first-round D-linemen, so I will have to go with an O-lineman.
I guess we're pretty much all on the same page here, but I'm going D-line. I agree with Adam. I think Jalen Phillips' upside is unmatched to anyone else. He would easily be a top 5 player, similar to Chase Young, Myles Garrett before him. That type of talent, except for the fact that he's had 3 concussions at UCLA, forced him to retire from football. Went to Miami, said up years, I'm going to play anyway, and now he's fallen a little bit because people are unsure about his health. So every player technically is one injury away from retiring, but Phillips is a special case because it's his head, and the head is the most important part of the body. But I have Jalen Phillips going to Minnesota. And finally, with the 15th pick for our mock draft, quarterback Mac Jones. People compare him to Tom Brady. I mean, that's hilarious. He's not going to be Tom Brady. I guess we're unsure about Cam Newton at this point. Like, he's a good player, but for how much longer? His throwing shoulder's already kind of messed up. I don't know. We'll see. This kind of just feels like just kind of get a guy in there. Because if it's not Mac Jones, then your backup is, was it Jarrett Stidham?
Mm-hmm.
And for that reason alone, I have Mac Jones going to New England.
I also have Mac Jones going to New England. Just seems like the quarterback that fit there well. Seems like someone Bill Belichick can mold, get him just to make the throws that Bill Belichick needs. Hopefully they can get him some wide receiver help throughout the draft, throughout the offseason process, build the offense up a little bit better because God knows there really isn't much talent in that offense. But Mac Jones can be a really fun player to watch in that offense, especially with a coach like Bill Belichick. And I believe, slip in my mind, the offensive coordinator there. He should still, Josh McDaniels, he's still there? Yeah, so that'd be a perfect quarterback, I think, in that system. And it's someone they can draft high as upside, even though it's not crazy. It's been a long time since New England's drafted a quarterback anywhere near the top 50.
So I feel pretty differently about this. For all of last year, was always defending Cam. I completely think it was on the offense just being so poor. When Jacoby Myers is your wide receiver one, there's a serious issue. That team was terrible. Now that they got Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, the two tight ends, Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. They're all good. The tight ends are better than the receivers for sure, but they're all decent. But Kendrick Bourne was a receiver 4 on San Francisco. Let's not act like that's an amazing signing. Nelson Aguilar just became decent, and we don't know if he can carry that over. So I do want to say DaVonta Smith here, just because I think Cam right now is better than Mac Jones would be coming in. So I just want to give him some help straight away, give him like one last chance. I don't think you need to reach on a Mac Jones here or anything. It's not a reach, but I don't think you need to force it. I think, if you do bad this year with Cam, then okay, get a quarterback with a higher pick next year. If you do good with Cam, then, that's what you're trying to do in football. So I wouldn't go with a quarterback here for them, and I would try to give him as much help as possible because Cam, has been an MVP before, and I did see a lot of potential last year, especially early in the season when Julian Edelman was still there in that Seahawks game especially. They were one goal line rush away from winning that game, so I think Cam has a lot of upside left in him.